Hey YouTube, how in the fuck are you guys doing today? So today we're gonna do an update on the 250R, what I've been working on. We got a lot of stuff on order. Like I said, we're gonna be patient. We're gonna go around and I'm gonna talk about the frame, about some stuff that I found out about this thing, and what we're working on trying to get all this fixed. Don't want to make any excuses, but whew, getting parts for these things is extremely difficult. So I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you kind of what my vision is and what we're kind of going to be doing here and all that stuff. So first off, I figured out when my chassis was built. So this was one of the first 12 that Doug Roll ever made under the Lobo design. I guess it would be called like a Lobo 1. And how you can tell that is that it has the Banshee style A-arms up here. So what this is camber and caster adjustable. From what I get from these guys, like these A-arms are like extremely rare. The top A-arms, not the bottom, but the top, just because how they were like this, all right? This piece right here, I'm going to try to make in titanium. It looks like just like a bolt welded on there, but we may try to buy some titanium plate and make this. All right, the next thing we're working on is 450R brake conversion. So a guy named Textera Tech, I'm sure you guys have heard of them, makes a brake or makes a whole spindle and hub combination that we're trying to figure out if it will fit on these Roll design A-arms for this Lobo chassis. So they have it out there in California. They're going to tell me about that. We do have a Duncan Bumper, so this is eventually going to get all black. I did find a couple radiators, but I want to get a different radiator guard. All right. So coming back around, so this is the next thing that we're kind of hung up on, is I need to know, oh shit, I need to know what this is. I think it's off of a Banshee, but I'm not for sure. Also, I don't have a gull wing swing arm, which I want to get a damn gull wing swing arm, all right? And another way you can tell that this is an early chassis is you see how the rear motor mount is in here, where this is kind of flat like this, and then they have this plate. This is also designed from the early ones. So I got to call in to 4Works Carbon to get this a carbon piece, carbon surround, carbon hood for it, and we got to get everything taken apart and powder coating. Like I said, I'm probably going to wait till we do that. I did order a set of LATH freaking Nerf guards, so all this stuff will be for sale. Arlen is working on building me a 390 power valve engine. I called IMS to get a new tank for it. Again, that's 8 to 10 weeks. And I asked 4Works Carbon to build me a seat cover, and I got new seat foam and all that stuff. I did put an ESR kicker on it and rebuilt the whatever, and I've been doing that. So that's kind of where we're at. Also, we got to change the steering stem because well, first of all, this has a long flag on it. So if you guys are ever looking out at like Roll design chassis, I don't know, maybe check your flag length, because this is set up for like an MX1, dude. This thing turns like, it'll about throw you off this fucker. So it's kind of hard to ride because it doesn't feel stable to me at speed. But that's what we got there. So that's the chassis update. The next thing we've been working on is getting parts together. So today, as you can tell, we got Mayer Plastics. We're going to do like a black, blue, and silver theme. So we got those coming in. And then, like I said, I've been working on all titanium bolts. So I bought some 450R stuff right here. 450R brake master cylinder. This is all stuff ready to go out to Cerakote once I get everything. But here is the parts that I've been buying. So I found this on eBay, or actually on Facebook Marketplace. I got a roll designed shifter and swing arm. I got some ESR parts. Maybe I'm going to use those. We got new Renthal change and sprockets. I ordered the wrong brake or clutch levers and all that stuff, so we got that. I went with an Ursima throttle cable, or throttle, thumb throttle. These are the shit. More roll design parts. Precision, bar clamps. So we've been getting all that stuff. This is pretty fucking cool. This is the Fireball anti-fade nut. So again, going out for powder coating. It's already got titanium bolts in it. And then I got the RPM billet hubs for it. New carrier. This is all going out to get powder coated, or I don't know if they can spray it with the bearings in it. I'm gonna have to ask them. But this is all stuff. I'm thinking about Cerakoting this axle. Maybe put it like like an all black axle. I think that would look pretty cool with black hubs. I did order rims for it. I did order rims for it. Those will be here in June. I got this thing from BVC Racing. This is sprocket guard, so we got to get all that done. And then this is just master cylinder rebuild kits. I bought Galford wave rotors. So like I said, I got this is a new roll design steering stem with a little bit shorter flag. Also, it's a little bit longer. But what I was going to show you today is titanium bolts. So this is all I got, because as of parts have been coming in, I've been taking it off and measuring the bolts that I need for to change some bolt kits out so we can have everything titanium. So you can see here on this Fireball fade thing, I did buy titanium bolts from Race Tech. I'm just showing you these little bastards, about fucking $20 a piece. But so you can tell, we got that. Oh, what size is this? So we'll be able to have complete, as you can tell, it looks pretty good. We don't have much threads coming out there, but I want to get this thing Cerakoted, not the brake rotor, but this, just because I don't want any aluminum on this thing. So that's kind of where I'm working on. Really, no news is good news. I've been trying to get more custom parts made for this thing. Also, I got to call in to the DLC coder, because we're going to take all of our brake stuff. This is, your pistons, and I'm going to have them DLC coated, just so there's no friction. It's just, this thing should be able to do nose wheelies with the brakes we get on it, if the hubs and spindles work out. So, just show you, here's what we got. Alright, I've been working on this. This is, again, I want to get rid of all these steel bolts. And so sourcing titanium bolts is not easy. I want to leave the ones that we just need to get built for this thing. So as you can tell, you know, we got that. We may need to get some washers. Let me see what size that is. 11 millimeter. So it went from 12 to 11. But I do got to get some, what do you call that shit? I do got to get some titanium stuff. Now with titanium fasteners, well, Jesus Christ. Man, these knee pro sockets, never use those. Is it 10 millimeter? It might be 10 millimeter. Yeah, 10 millimeter. So with titanium, you still tighten everything down to your normal torque. You know, I'm just going to put a quick snug on these things, and then we change that out. Now I know it doesn't matter when we're talking about, you know, 2 steel bolts, but we got to think of the whole project. So once we get this done, you know, I'm keeping all these other bolts. This is how this mounts to the chassis. So I've been trying to, you know, figure out what we got going on here. Look at that. All titanium fasteners. Now you're asking yourself, Justin, why didn't you do these down here? Because to get that size, I would have had to buy 1,000 of them, and that's not what we're doing. So I do believe that this is 10 millimeter and 10 millimeter, so we'll just pop this off. And this is my precision steering stem. So we'll see what, you know, Jesus. Put them on tight from the factory there. But that's kind of the update on the 250R. I'm trying to bring you guys along with this because I do believe that we need to make 250Rs great again. Like, I remember these things as a kid, and I've always wanted one of these things. So, you know, and I wanted to do it up extremely right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by that is to have everything perfect. You know, if you can get stuff coated, get it coated. If you can get, you know, whatever you need to get this stuff, you know, to get it to be the best that it can possibly be, you know. Now this is probably going to be the wrong size again. Are these the right size? Or is it these? Yeah, here it is. This is the right size here. Oh, nope. Too short. Alright, well now we gotta go back to figure out what size bolt we need here. I could have swore I ordered these. What size is this? This is 30s. Is this 30s? Yeah, that's 30s. Okay, so I had the first one right. Alrighty. Now we got to get titanium lock nut. You wouldn't believe these fuckers are about $4 a piece. So these are not this is not the kind of shit you want to be throwing around. Now we got to get 8 millimeter out. Oh yeah. Let's see if this is still 10. Yeah, perfect. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Is as I get this stuff in, you know, I've been rotating the stuff out, and then I'm going to put it in a different shelf that says, you know, this stuff is ready to go. Also, what's cool about titanium, it's also light, but it's also very corrosive resistant. So, you know, now that's in there, that still looks pretty fucking good. Look at that. So, that's where we're at. We're going to keep doing that, and I'm going to keep all these bolts, all the old ones, just in case we need other things. But that's kind of what I've been working on here. But anyway, we'll get all these bolts switched out and, you know, just bring you along on this thing. Like I said, it's probably going to take me longer than I really thought that this would take. You know, like I talked to a guy just to make me some brake covers and some other stuff. I mean, they told me it was going to be 4 to 5 weeks, if that, before they could get a machine open to make it. And I think the Cerakoter told me right now it's 8 weeks, because they build a lot of stuff for the government, and the government is killing them right now on coding. So, you know, as this stuff, I'm probably not going to send it all out till I can, like, test fit it. That's what I've been working on. But as there's more updates, as we get more parts, I think you're really going to like the beadlock wheels that I went with. They're sweet. It'll kind of tie, like, what we're talking about. So it's going to be like this quad's mainly going to be like a blue, silver, kind of Peterbilt type theme. Kind of match my trucks and, you know, go with that. So we're going to have, like, instead of it saying 390 on the side, it'll say, you know, 389. I'm trying to tie all this stuff together to my trucking business. And this thing should be a pretty fun quad to ride once we get it to that point. You know, my fat ass probably won't be able to take its full potential, but you never know. But half the fun is building it, doing these projects, and just kind of working it along here. And half the fun is resourcing this stuff. You know, like, I love this part of, like, resourcing it and getting guys to make me certain things. You know, like, I asked a guy today to make me some, you know, like, your caliper slides. Hey, make those out of titanium for me, you know, and have them DLC coated. You know, the guy's like, all right, cool, you know. Who knows what that's going to cost, but probably a lot. But like always, guys, thanks for watching. Check out Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, all that bullshit. And like always, I got to fucking go.